Hi everybody, we're here today at the CEDIA Tech Summit and we've got James from Oceanic. Welcome.
Thanks for having us on the show and welcome to CEDIA 2022.
Yeah. So what have we got here today?
So today we're trying to show as much as possible as we could fit on a table from our wide range of gear, but we've got some Origin gear, some Velodyne gear, Stealth Acoustics, a little bit more Origin. We've got some Origin bollards here and also our acoustic treatment range, some of the new products in particular that we're featuring.
Yeah.
But this product in particular is our newest edition. It's not on the web yet, but it's a acoustic slat wall with a MDF batten that's timber veneered on the front surface and a 600mm wide panels at 2.4 meters in length.
Wow.
So the really neat thing about this is, for an installation purpose, they're very, very fast because the panels are attached to the wall in 600mm segments, so you can finish an entire wall very quickly.
Yeah.
We've also got our original series here and a couple of the other options, acoustic isolation products as well. And we've also showing a bit of our fabric wall system here, which is part of our Manhattan range. What we're really showing here is the way the fabric wall system goes together with the acoustic treatments in the back. But on top of that, we've got a new shim system that we've come up with for mounting Origin high SPL cinema speaker range inside a thin 70mm stud wall. So the speaker itself is a 95mm mounting depth in a much thinner stud wall. And to do that, we've basically assembled this shim system with a tracking system over the front that just leaves the finished fabric just over the surface of the speaker. But the neat thing is it means you can put a high SPL speaker option in a room that's got very thin cavities, which is a little bit unique, which we're quite happy with. We've got basically the full range of Origin gear. They do a 10-inch, but we've got a 3, the 6 and 8 that fit into the same baffle, the thin fit series that fits the same cutout as the 6 and the 8.
And the good thing about the Origins is the twist lock system.
Yeah.
So that's quite good to show off.
I can show you that. I'm not sure I can do it with one hand, but we'll give it a go.
Do it with one hand.
I'll give it a go. So that's the mounting system complete. Normally you'd have a spring toggle, but these are the marine rated ones.
Yep.
And you can fit all the 6 and 8-inch speakers in the same cutout. So this series diameter, and then there's a 10-inch range that also has a reducing option, which means that you can actually use a 10-inch cutout if you've got bigger holes in the roof or for some other reason, and you can fit all the 6s, 8s and 10s in the big cutout.
Yeah.
Or you've got there's actually a 5-inch model as well, which is halfway in between that size. So we've got a bit of that on display.
Yeah.
We've also got a few of the Velodyne options here. So this is the new Micro VX product, which is the upgraded version. It's got a new extrusion, it's got new carbon fiber drivers, and it's got 2 passive radiators on the side. But the box, I think, is something like 24 centimeters, so it's a tiny cabinet and a high performance 6-inch active and passive. This is also the new Deep Blue series. That's a Deep Blue 8.
Right.
Very small cabinet for an 8-inch subwoofer. This is a sealed range. They do an 8, 10, 12 and 15. And the 12-inch one, 2022 Subwoofer of the Year from Sound and Image magazine, which we're pretty happy with.
Awesome.
They've got more products in the range, and there's a lot of new gear that's in the pipeline.
They've also recently partnered with Origin as well.
Yeah, so in the US, Velodyne is now distributed by Origin Acoustics, which is kind of like a happy coincidence for us, I suppose, because we already distribute both.
Yeah.
And I think that that partnership's going to lead to some new things in the next year or two that we'll see come to light.
Yeah, awesome. Good stuff. So you're showing off some outdoor as well?
The other products we've got here is the new Origin Acoustics AS41 system. We're calling it the Mark II.
Yep.
A lot of people are familiar with the old system, which is the one in the picture here, which is the same satellite but with an 8-inch burial subwoofer. The new model has a 10-inch sub, which is dual purpose. It can either be buried, if you bury it up to about there, with the grill sitting out, or you can hard stand mount it, which means you can leave it just sitting on the floor on a patio.
Okay.
This kind of gives you a bit more flexibility in how you can do it, because it's a sort of entry, lower price point system.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to have to dig up the backyard to bury the subwoofer, so this just gives you a little bit of options in terms of how you want to put it together.
Awesome.
And a lot of people are familiar with the older model, and this is just going to be an improvement with the bigger sub. We've also got sneaking in here the bollard
bollards.
system.
Yeah.
You probably won't see much of that on the camera, but there's a burial portion at the bottom and then the satellite that sits out on top. You might be able to get a close-up of that's the part that you would see if it was buried in the ground with the woofer underneath.
And that's 360 sound?
Yeah, so they've got a lot of SKUs for this product. They do the silver, the bronze, and the black version. They do them in round and square, and they also do the interior lens in a 360 or a 180. You can choose either.
Okay.
Most of the time, people are using the 360s, but if you want to put the product up against a fence or something like that, you can get a 180 lens that just projects the sound one way.
Wow. That's awesome.
Which gives you a bit more flexibility. But the three round options, the three different colors, I should say, in round with the 360 lens are the ones we stock. We stock all three of those in Australia now.
Yeah, awesome.
So that's a few more of the things running. That's running off the Origin DSP3 150 amp, which is another new product. It's got DSP presets for almost all the Origin range. But the neat thing about the amp is it's a 3-channel, 150 watt aside for the satellite and 300 watt combined for the subs, which run in parallel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the other thing I suppose I should mention quickly is the stealth unit. It's a passive display, but we wanted to bring that here just so that we could show people how the technology works, because it's an opening display, which is not something that people are used to seeing. They just see the white panels and they all look the same, right?
Exactly.
But when you see one that you can see the inside, you might get a close-up later, but you can see on the face, the inside face, the carbon fiber elements that the treble section is attached to, normally if it was not an opening version.
Yeah.
And also the woofer, which is a stealth patent. And basically, we just want to be able to show people how the product works. But we've recently put a comparator in our showroom in Sydney, so anyone that wants to come and hear them, we've got almost the full range of products on display on an AB, so you can actually flick between the different models and hear, because a lot of people say, what's that sound like compared to that? Well, now we've got a comparator, which makes it a little bit easier for us.
Yeah, awesome.
And,
well, thanks for showing us today.
Yeah, no
If
worries.
anybody wants to find any more information, where do they go?
Just jump on our website, oceanicdistribution.com, or give us a call, 1300 556 303.
Awesome. Thanks, James.
No worries.
See ya.
Cheers.